Welcome one and all. In this video, I'm going to discuss one of the assignments we have here. And that assignment happens to be this one here. PowerPoint Chapter 1, Creating and Editing Presentations. Now, when you click on that assignment, your page will look a little bit different than mine, in that it should pop up a little bit of a little blue button telling you to go. Then it will take you to a page that looks a little bit like this. Let me see if I can't adjust this a little bit. Let's see. Burp. Here we go. There we go. Right on the screen. So, as we look here, you'll see I've already done a couple of things in this one, but I'll walk through essentially what you have to do for this, for those who may not have gotten my lecture in class about it. Now, SimNet comes with a book. This right here is part of that book here. And it's actually an interactive book. So for this assignment, if we scroll down, you'll see there's actually a good list of items on this. Now you'll also notice that there is a, 2 out of 2, 0 out of 8, 4 out of 4, 0 out of 1. And up here we have a little percentage counter. It would probably say 0 out of 23 if you haven't done anything yet. Now, once we open the sim book, it'll take you to one of these pages. Now, you can go to any page you want by coming in the upper left and just clicking on it, or you can just hit the right. Now, this first page just shows you the overall list of what you're going to be doing here. Now, at this point, there should have been a lecture, more than likely, of how PowerPoint works. Here's all the stuff that's in it. And some of this is going to be essentially the same thing. Now, this does have terms in it, like what a theme is, a template. And whenever I'm lecturing, I usually explain how this works, what these terms are as we kind of go along. And I'm going to go down, and you'll see, it just essentially says, how to open PowerPoint, how to do this. Most of this stuff I probably should have covered in my lecture. But you can scan through this. You don't necessarily have to spend hours reading every single word. It's just showing you how to open stuff, how to use templates, how to save and open files. Most of those are fairly straightforward. And you're more than welcome to open PowerPoint and just try a couple of those items out, just to make sure you know how to do them. But even if you don't necessarily do that right now, you will have a chance to do something similar here in some of these little assignments. So I'm going to scroll down, and what we're looking for is right here. You'll see this little blue, red, and green icons. Now, the Show Me is essentially a little video. And as you can see, there's actually a little bit of voice there too. Whether you can hear that or not depends on if you've got, if you're at a school computer, headphones. If you're on your personal computer, then, well, it should just play with the speakers. Now, if I hit continue, it'll go to the guide me here. The show me is just a video showing you what they want you to do. Yeah, you can play this again. You can pause it if you need to. You can go back a step. I don't think there's an option to slow it down, but you can go back and forth and pause and play and check it, even watch it a couple more times if you need to see what they're asking you to do. Now, the guide me, you'll see up here there's a little bit of a, oh, here's what you have to do. Click on the View tab. And if I do that, hey, you advance to the next step. And the next thing is to click the slide sorter. So basically, it's walking you through the whole process instead of just letting you watch. Now, once I do this, and I'll just go ahead and click through it just to show you. Next. There we go. It wants me to click the normal view button, which is down here. There's actually another one up there, but that's the easiest way. And then I get a little check mark. Now, to let me try is the one that counts. You can technically skip the other two, and let me try is the one that gives you the check that you've done it. I would still encourage you to probably go to the Show Me, because they may be asking you to do something a very specific way. And if I do something wrong, it will give you this incorrect option. And what I've seen more than a handful of people do, they'll be like, I don't want to waste my time on these others. So they go straight to here, and then they just start clicking on things. And they'll spend like a couple of minutes doing this. Watch the video, it's like a couple of seconds, and it'll tell you specifically what you have to click on. And then you can just go ahead and click on it. And there you go. Ta-da, I finished that particular one. I can close out. If you hit next, it'll go to the next one, which is built in here. Now, as you do this, you'll get a little check mark next to each thing. And of course, if I exit out of this, you'll see my little progress at the top actually goes up and down depending on how much of this I've done. There are 23 tasks in this assignment, and you'll see they're specifically on these pages. And once you do them, you get a little check mark next to them. Now, on these things like pause and practice, this is where it's just basically telling you to kind of open up PowerPoint and make a little thing. They even give you a little file. This doesn't actually count for you actually doing any work. It's just simply open this file here and then just kind of do this. It's just more for practice. If you feel like you want to have some practice, then you're more than welcome to do it. You don't necessarily have to do this one. I'll go to the next page. And you'll see as I watch the pages, I get little check marks next to some of these. Some of these I don't. Really, the only ones that really matter in particular are the percentages. Those 0 out of 3 or 0 out of 4, the little actual show me, guide me, let me try. That's what actually counts for the score. Now, as you do the let me tries, the score will load up into Canvas. So if I just leave it like this, then it will load whatever my current score is up into Canvas out of 100 points. 23 out of 23 being 100. For everyone I don't do, it's still going to load that into Canvas for now. Now, once you finish everything that you need to finish, it will update the grade, or at least it should, kind of automatically. So even if I stop right now and I just close this whole thing out, all these check marks will still be there. I can go back and finish what I have left to finish until the end of the due date. Now, temporarily, the score will be significantly lower until I finish everything. So don't freak out if you see like 10 out of 100 or something. It just means you've only done like 2 things or something. So nothing for you to really concern yourself about until you get everything done. Now, 12 on this one is the last one to actually do one of the little show me's, or let me tries. But there are a couple of other things here, as you can see. There is a little summary that summarizes basically what was in the chapter. Which isn't a bad thing to look at, particularly for later tests and stuff. Some of the tests will be application. There's also some multiple choice stuff right here for you to kind of practice a little bit. Again, not bad to go over for the tests and such. There's even a little matching quiz here, and you can actually essentially just drag these over to where you want them to go. Paste a copy slide. Well, Control V, pastes. Control C would copy. And you can go down this little list and move things over. And if you hit done, it should pretty much tell you if you got something right or wrong here. I go to the next one. Short answer questions. And again, you don't necessarily have to do all those. Now, there are projects and stuff on here. You don't have to do that for this. So you don't have to worry about that. I'll close it out. But some of these you can do if you want to just have some practice. And you'll see there are several little independent projects and challenge projects and guided projects and stuff that you can do if you want to. And I think we may there may be one assignment or something later where you'll have to do something in this as well. But you'll have a very specific link for that. So that is essentially it. That is the PowerPoint Chapter 1, creating and editing your presentation. If you have any further questions, just ask me, and I'll do my best to answer you.